So again, hello to everyone. It's really my big pleasure to be here and to be a moderator of this event. It's nice to see familiar faces, our colleagues from ICF Ukraine chapter, our colleagues from other chapters, and especially to welcome our guest, Kristen Nolan. I'm saying welcome again and happy International Coaching Week. Official days of International Coaching Weeks are over, but in Ukraine we are celebrating this profession, we are celebrating this week, and we are following with this movement, not just for 1 week, for 2 weeks. So it's not enough time for us to accommodate all events we are going to have. As I mentioned, 55 plus events. We planned. Some events already happened, some events are happening now, tomorrow, after tomorrow, this Friday, and even the coming Tuesday. I'm Larysa Homans, the president of ICF Ukraine chapter, and I'm happily introducing Kristen Nolan, Director of Business Development and Partnership of the World Business Leadership and Executive Coach Summit. Kristen, welcome. Добрий вечір, добрий ранок, ласкаво просимо. I just said this in Ukrainian. Welcome, good morning, good evening, and we are happy to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored to be here. I really appreciate you hosting me, Larysa, and to everyone at the ICF Ukraine chapter. So I hear that you are extending International Coaching Week, and that seems right up to par. I know the Ukrainians I know are always are always down to celebrate. So we'll just put it that way. So I'm very excited to be here, and thank you all for coming to the session to learn a little bit more about how to increase the value that you deliver to your clients by staying up to date on your education to increase the level of your coaching provision. Obviously, everybody here is getting exposed to a lot of educational sessions, which is so important, and I commend ICF Ukraine for continuing to deliver those education opportunities so that you can stay really at the top of your game. Larysa, you mentioned you wanted to launch a poll. Would you like to do that now? Oh, I can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Oh, yeah, I should remember that I need to unmute myself too. So I have prepared a few simple questions just to see who we are. So actually 4 questions. I will start all questions at the beginning, okay, if you don't mind. Just please answer. The first one is, what is your primary professional area? You decided to choose business, coaching, consulting, education, training, HR, other. The first one. Can you see the poll?
You should see it pop up right in front of your screen right now.
Yeah, you should see. Yeah, you should see. Can you see?
I can see it.
Okay. So just answer. Just choose your answer. Okay. So the second question is, have you joined WBECS before? And the third is about your interest in this year summit. And the fourth one is if you would like to get more information about this event. And if Kristen, if it's okay for...
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, what do we have? Are you answering?
Oh, do you want me to answer the poll?
No,
just everybody else, right?
It's not end, but I cannot see any answers coming.
Oh, well, we've got a shy group. That's okay. All right.
You don't want to answer?
That's okay. Why don't
you cannot see?
I can see.
You can.
Mm-hmm. So probably I could remove co-host right for a second to see it for me.
Okay. Probably Oля, I will not able to do it. Just you have
Okay.
So
well,
I could
no
help you.
problem.
I could share the results.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
So
show the
there is
results, please. I can stop and poll, or you can.
I can poll and poll.
You can show the screen.
Share results.
Okay.
Can you share? Can you see the results?
Lots of people.
Okay.
Lots of people that have not experienced WBECS before. Oh my gosh, you're in for a big treat. That's excellent. And most of you are in coaching. Perfect. Well, good. Well, let's go ahead and shall we continue?
Yes, I'm ending the poll.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, I encourage you all, and thank you all so much for being here. I'm glad that we've got so many that are new to WBECS and so many that have also experienced WBECS before. I encourage you to use this session as more of a conversation than a monologue. So if you have any questions or feedback throughout, just use that chat box and we will get to your questions. And Larysa, you can just bring them to my attention. You know, this topic is so important because we're truly at a turning point in our industry, especially if you are an executive coach. I'm sure you're feeling it. You know, two of the thought leaders we work with, David Peterson, who's the director of coaching at Google, and David Goldsmith, who I believe spoke at your event previously, are seeing that clients are wanting more customization in their sessions so that they can get their exact needs addressed, because your clients need to pivot quickly right now and handle the disruption that's facing them and their companies at this time. And not only that, but as you've probably seen, clients are increasingly more overwhelmed, more stressed, uncertain, and needing coaches that they work with to have the ability to get to the heart of their issues in less time, faster, with more focused sessions and approaches. And this is, of course, only possible when you have a large toolbox of options to draw from, so that you can truly address the needs of the client in front of you instead of using a predefined approach. So we're going to talk about how to do this today and how you can do this by joining the summit. So who am I? I'm Kristen Nolan. I'm the Director of Business Development for WBECS, as Larysa let you know. And before coming to WBECS, I worked as an entrepreneur in the health industry for 10 years. I always had a coach the whole way through, ever since I started my business. And about 3 years ago, I started losing the love for the fitness industry. And then I worked with another coach to really start evaluating different career options. I started really understanding that the pieces of the business that I truly loved were ones where I got to communicate more with our clients, directly with our clients. And I really discovered that I was fascinated by the power of inspirational communication skills. So luckily, I ended up finding WBECS. I became the Director of Business Development and Partnerships and have worked with the company for 2 years now. So at the company, I really specialize in helping our coach community to design ongoing individualized development programs so they can increase their skills and the value that they're bringing to the clients that they support. And through this, I've really seen that the magic of continuing education provides our coach community with, especially because they're able to tailor to the specific needs of the types of the clients they have. So, for those of you who are new, who is WBECS? WBECS stands for World Business Executive Coach Summit, and our mission is to raise the global standard of coaching. We do this through our annual event, which is the WBECS Summit. It is the largest event for professional coaches that is held live and virtually online. Every year, we bring together over 50 of the world's top thought leaders in the coaching industry to deliver high quality virtual learning experiences that are accessible to coaches worldwide. And we usually see somewhere between 30 to 40,000 coaches register year after year. This is what we're going to dive in deeply to today, and the opportunity to join. Aside from the summit, since our inception 10 years ago, we've evolved to partnering with different industry experts to create a range of compelling learning opportunities and experiences for certified coaches to continue their education. So we've partnered with David Peterson, the Director of Coaching at Google, and Executive Director of 7 Paths Forward, David Goldsmith, to create Accelerating Coach Excellence, which is an amazing program that helps you get to the heart of client issues in less time. We've also partnered with professors David Clutterbuck and Peter Hawkins and 25 global faculty to create the Global Team Coaching Institute. WBECS also has a philanthropic arm, which was developed by our founder, Ben Croft, and is truly his heart-centered project. It's called Ethical Coach. And through this, we deliver coaching resources and tools that build the capacity of leaders and teams within nonprofits. So that enables them to increase their impact and serve more people in need. So that is his true love. Our global coach community consists of over 200,000 coaches from 138 countries. So we've got most of the globe covered, and this year we're also making another big outreach effort to people who are international coaches who are international, to make sure that we can cover more countries. So here's some of the things that coaches are saying about WBECS and the learning experience. And remember, the WBECS pre-summit is completely free of charge. So anyone can come in and experience this. We mainly have executive coaches come in. We also have a good amount of leaders come as well. So you can see Jean Ford, she's an executive coach, and says that WBECS is the single best resource and event for discovering state-of-the-art in coaching and professional development across the world. Margaret McLean Walsh says that WBECS sessions continue to exceed my expectations in presenter quality, trending topics, content variety, and options to deepen the learning and the community. Linda Bates, who is a transformational leadership coach, says, without a doubt, this is one of the best online professional development experiences I've had. Many insights gained turned to action right away. And I show you these because they really sum up the types of the feedback that we get year after year. High presenter quality, a supportive coach community, and staying up to date on all the latest coaching trends so that we can help our clients stay on the leading edge, or help our coaches stay on the leading edge of the clients that they support, so they can support their clients to the best of their ability. So there are a couple things here. So we're going to go through some of the details of the actual summit. So the WBECS summit is divided into 2 parts. The first part is a complimentary pre-summit, and this happens from May 26th through June 17th. The second part is a paid full summit, which starts July 16th. Okay, so let's focus. We're going to focus a lot on the complimentary pre-summit in this presentation. So again, it starts May 26th, and I believe ICF Ukraine will be sending you a personal message so that you can get registered. We literally just opened the doors to registration about 3 hours ago. So they're starting to pour in, which is very exciting. So here's what you will get access to throughout the pre-summit. You're going to have over 45 live online sessions. And this is where you'll be able to learn remotely from some of the world's leading experts on the latest and most dynamic coaching disciplines. We host live coaching demonstrations. So this is where you get to see how top coaches implement their teachings and work with clients in real time. I would say that these sessions are probably the #1 favorite of our coach community. They absolutely love the live coaching demos. There's coach-led Q&As. This is where we have coaches in our community curate questions and interview our thought leaders. So they're really, they're listening to the coaches in our community, and they're able to answer all the questions that coaches have about them. We also have thought leader panel discussions, and there's a 48-hour replay access to any session. This is exclusively available because we get comments all the time about coaches saying, look, like, I really, really wanted to join that session live, but I couldn't make it. And so we do make this replay available for 48 hours. And the last benefit you see on there are implementation mastery sessions, which I want to talk a little bit more about. These are really special sessions. I would say next to the live coaching demos, our coaches absolutely love these. This is where you get to connect personally with our supportive coach community. They are facilitated sessions where you'll be able to connect with a small group of peers from across the globe and discuss how to apply what you are learning from sessions into your coaching practice. So every time we have a session, whether it's a keynote session, a live coaching demonstration, a coach-led Q&A, or a panel discussion, you'll be able to join an implementation mastery session right after that. It's a group of about 10 coaches. They're all facilitated, and we're even holding them in 13 global languages this year. And I was letting some of our partners on the line know that we have this year, we're having them in Russian. We don't have them in Ukrainian just yet, but hopefully we can do that next year. But you're able to join them in Russian if you'd like. And of course, they're available in English and 11 other languages, which is really exciting, I should say. The other thing that we have done, and this is very much based on our coach community feedback, is we've created themed learning tracks, because 45 sessions can feel a little bit overwhelming, and we've been told this many times. So last year we started integrating learning tracks, which is just fantastic because it really helps you to focus your learning in the areas that you care about most and the areas that you really want to develop. I'll just highlight a couple of these, really great tracks for our current situation and getting through COVID-19. We obviously have COVID-19 coaching through disruption. We also have a remote coaching track where we talk about all the latest and greatest in remote coaching trends and how to do that really effectively, especially right now when it's hard to see clients live. For executive coaches, we have a track called Business Development and Marketing. This is a very, very popular track amongst coaches. We also have Psychology and Neuroscience. We have Team Coaching, Organizational Development, and Leadership. So these are all tracks that we really love for executive coaches. And by the way, these tracks were all selected from our coach community. Hand selected. We did a lot of research into this, sent out emails to our list, and also inquired via Facebook. So we got a lot of feedback on these topics. To stay up to date on what's new in the industry, we recommend new trends and coaching methodologies. So those are two that are really great to stay up to date on new trends. For new and aspiring coaches, so if you're not yet a coach, we absolutely recommend checking out the New to Coaching track. So if you're not yet a coach, or you're newly certified, I should say, we highly recommend checking out the New to Coaching track. And in this track, we're going to feature a new coach expo. So you'll be hearing from 4 of the top ICF accredited coach training schools, along with a coach association panel, to understand the processes of developing your coaching skills and really becoming a top level coach. So that's a great one that we're very excited about. If you're not a coach and not planning to become a coach, if you're a leader or a mid-level manager, we absolutely recommend checking out the organizational development track, the leadership track, and the team coaching track. So that's what I would recommend. And again, if you all have any questions about this, please make sure to pop them over in the chat box. So now what I'd like to do is just share with you who is going to be speaking in the WBECS Summit. This is always really exciting. So first, I just want to show you some of the speakers that we've had year after year. We've featured these speakers a lot. They always get top ratings. So many of you who have been to WBECS before will recognize these names. We have Michael Bungay Stanier, and he is a best-selling author of The Coaching Habit and was voted #1 thought leader in coaching in 2019. We have Marshall Reynolds, who is recognized as Global Guru's #5 coach in the world. We have Marshall Goldsmith, who will ring lots of bells. He's the author or editor of 35 books, which have sold over 2 million copies. We also have Professors Peter Hawkins and David Clutterbuck, who are world-renowned thought leaders in the area of team coaching, and I think they may have also done a session for you as well. They're also co-creators of the Global Team Coaching Institute. We have Whitney Johnson, who was named one of the 50 most influential management thinkers in the world by Thinkers 50. And then, of course, we have David Peterson, who's the head of coaching at Google, and Jeremy Hunter, who's the founder and director of Executive Mind Leadership. So these are some of the familiar names that you'll see and people that we have that will typically speak at the summit. Moving forward, I'd love to also bring your attention to some of our new speakers and really highlight them. We have Ken Blanchard, and Ken is the founder of the Ken Blanchard Companies. He was recognized he was one of the most recognized leadership training and consulting firms in the entire world. We have Gretchen Rubin, who's the author of 5 New York Times best-selling books. Her podcast, Happier, was ranked the #1 podcast in iTunes in 2015. She's also a member of Oprah's Super Soul Sunday, or Super Soul 100, not Super Soul Sunday. So used to saying Super Soul Sunday. And that's a collection of 100 awakened leaders who are using their voices and talent to elevate humanity. We have Sanyan Sang, and she was named the world's #1 coach by Thinkers 50 in 2019. She's also an influencer with more than 1 million followers, and she was named LinkedIn's top 20 global influencer voices in 2017 and 2018. We have Patrick Lencioni, who's a global pioneer in organizational development in teams, and he's the author of 11 best-selling books. He's also created a book, and this is one of his absolute bestsellers, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. A couple more to highlight. We have Liz Wiseman, who's recognized as a top leadership thinker by Thinkers 50 in 2019. And she's also the author of New York Times bestseller Multipliers. Linda Hill, she has a TED Talk, and the TED Talk discussing on how to manage for collective creativity has currently over 2 million views. She's previously been named one of the world's top 10 management thinkers as well. And finally, we have Alex Osterwalder. He was #4 in the top 50 management thinkers worldwide and currently holds the Thinkers 50 Strategy Award. So those are some of the speakers that we're going to be highlighting, and hopefully you'll find them very interesting. Their discussion's very interesting. I know we worked really hard on this list, and you know it's difficult to be a speaker at WBECS. People have to apply, we have to watch videos, and it's a whole process. So we're really excited to showcase these new thought leaders, and about 2/3 of the speakers that we have are all brand new to WBECS this year. So here's some dates that you'll want to keep in mind. The pre-summit is going to begin on May 26th, and I should have put the date May 12th, which is today. We have opened up registration today, so if this interests you and you'd like to join the community and get started, then you absolutely will want to get your registration through today itself. Here's where you can register. You can register at this website, but actually what I will do as well is I will put another registration link for you into the chat box in case you just want to click on it. and register. And so that is it from me in terms of getting you all some information about the summit. And what I'd love to do now is just turn it back to Larysa, see if you had any questions come through and what else people want to know about.
Thank you, Kristen. We didn't have questions in the chat box so far, but I have some questions, I promise that I have. But before,
Sure.
I'd like to share how WBECS Summit appeared in my life. It was 2017. Actually, I didn't remember from whom I did get that information. And I was thinking, it's interesting. Business Leadership Coaching Summit, it's probably would be a good idea to try to test. And I did it for the first time. And 17, 18, 19, I'm with you totally. I don't know if it's possible to avoid WBECS because where it's still possible to observe how Marsha Reynolds is coaching. Yeah, I was taking a walk and I was listening to this demo sessions, and also it was great to join the roundtable discussions. So which appeared in 2018, yeah, and 19 too. And my question is, you started 10 years ago, and if to compare the first version of WBECS and 10th anniversary version, what are the critical key milestones?
Yeah, well, I wasn't here 10 years ago, but I've been here for the last 2 years. And I think since you asked, I can tell you, here's what I can tell you that our coaches say. They just say that it continues to get better year after year. So I'm summing up the feedback. It was funny. I actually got this beautiful note from one of them last night, one of our biggest partners. She's been around for the last 10 years. And she says she still remembers the very first WBECS session. And, she's just seen I think if I could sum it up into 3 things, it would be the quality of the speakers keeps getting higher. It would be the themed learning tracks so that people can really focus in on the types of sessions that they enjoy. It would be the support of the team. So anytime our coaches have a question now, they don't have to wait hours and hours for an answer. Our support team is really on it, and they're very, very quick to respond. So they're able to get all their needs addressed really quickly. And the full summit packages have upgraded tremendously. So this year itself, we're actually including a strong element of business development into our best selling package. We're including a coach directory, so a curated coach directory, where coaches will get prime placement on the website, on our coaching website if they join the Pro Coach membership. We also have a monthly business development mastermind that we've included that dives really heavily into generating leads and sales for your coaching practice. And it's led by our Chief Strategy Officer, Diane Kim, who has, he's a really amazing entrepreneur, and he's come to work with our team. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of things, but I guess those would be the things that I hear most from coaches.
Thank you. And I'd like to add for myself, so when I felt that it's possible to be the member of this global coaching community, it's not just about learning. It's about observing the connections. I cannot say that I was very active in that community, but definitely if I would like to see someone, I'm checking, I'm going to the Facebook page, I'm seeing who are they, and also it's possible to find connections from different countries and based on your own interest. For example, I'm interested in transformational stories. I know whom to reach, yeah. And I think to create this platform, not just learning platform, but to create the network, I think coaches from different countries, especially from countries like Ukraine, where coaching is still emerging profession, not new, but growing profession. So I think we can learn faster, not just by attending the learning events, by having conversations like we had, with David Clutterbuck, David Goldsmith, because it's possible to condense the way they experience the wisdom and also to bring right now, yeah, and to share, and we can start building our, not just understanding, but our coaching wisdom, our coaching presence, our coaching practices and businesses and programs based on this very solid foundation. This is my major takeaways from WBECS and why I am with the summit for 3 years.
Thank you for that. That's amazing. I really appreciate that feedback. Also, I just got a question in from David, and he's asking, what is the relationship between WBECS and ICF? Yeah, we have a wonderful relationship. So first and foremost, ICF Global has been a partner of the WBECS Summit for the last 6 years. So they've just renewed their partnership agreement with us. And what we do for ICF Coaches is we have some really special benefits. So when you attend the free pre-summit, you'll get access to 5 free CCEUs. You'll get discounts on full summit passes. You'll get an ICF only members area where you get to network with other ICF coaches from all over the globe. You get to see all of the pre-summit recordings actually up through June 25th, I think it is. So right when our super early pricing ends. If you join the full summit, you'll get access to up to 219 CCEUs, a ton of CCs in there, and you can get a full breakdown of the list. We have an ICF concierge support team. Anyway, we do a lot for ICF, and we absolutely love it. We've also got about 40 ICF chapters partnering with the summit this year. So that would be the relationship. We believe in your mission, you know. I think to increase the standard, we're all aiming to increase the standards of coaching and to make sure that clients are getting access to high quality coaching support. So we really want to make sure that we're providing you the opportunities that you need to continue to grow and develop and support your clients, because that will increase the good name of coaching, right? You know, if a client has a bad experience with a coach that's not as well educated, it's very hard because they'll start to spread that word to people that they know. We're really passionate about stopping that, having that not happen, and really making sure that coaches are educated and supporting clients to the best of their ability. So.
Thank you, Kristen. May I ask our colleagues if they have other questions?
Well, at least type into the chat box if you are going to go ahead and register. Just give us a big yes in the chat box if you're going to go ahead and register for the free pre-summit. Because if not, then we need to stay here longer. Just kidding. All right, we've got 2 yeses. Hopefully more people are a yes. Already done, already registered. Nice.
Oh.
All
Yana already did it. Yeah.
Let's see. We've got another question. For how long access summit materials will be available after the summit? So for ICF coaches, we give you access to the pre-summit recordings up through June 25th. Okay. So remember that in order to get the 5 free CCEUs, I know a lot of coaches want to get CCs. You'll have to watch sessions live. However, you can still access the recordings up to June 25th. So, is WBECS 2019 available? Oh, if you're a member of WBECS 2019, that is still available. The full, you'll still have access to the full summit up to a year. Let's see, up to a year after it ends. So that's going to be next May. So a year from now. All right. Well, I hope that many of you join us. It's going to be a really incredible event. And I think with all that said, Larysa, do you have anything else that you wanted to?
I have another question. I gathered some questions from our colleagues. And one question was, how many invited speakers are representing the countries where coaching is still an emerging profession?
Oh goodness, that's a really good question, and I don't know the answer to that fully. But if you go to yeah, I really couldn't tell you that, because I guess let's see, if we go to, give me a second, and I can we can actually have a look. We can have a look, and then and I believe that all the summit sessions, wbx.com/wx20, there's gonna be, you'll see a list of speakers. So my screen's just refreshing, sorry guys. We're just having a little technical fun right now. Okay, there we go. All right, so if I go to the website, you guys can all see this. Yeah. And I scroll down, then I can see some of the featured sessions, and I can just click on Explore All. And you'll see all of the speakers, and you can click on them, and you can see their bio and where they're from. But we have lots and lots of different countries represented here. So I'll let you do the research on that and get back to me.
Thank you. And another question is related to the previous one. How to become a presenter for WBECS? What is necessary to do?
Yeah, so we actually just started an opportunity for what we're calling Rising Stars. So people who don't have as much experience presenting, to email presenters@wbecs.com and send a video. But also, and this is something that is probably even better than that. So if you love the pre-summit and you end up joining the full summit in the pro coach community, we've created what we're calling, I forget, oh man, my mind's blanking out. I forget what we're calling it, but there are opportunities for you to present to your colleagues in the pro coach membership. So we'll actually post your presentation so that you can get feedback and you can start to spread the word on things that you care about. You can also host roundtable sessions. So I would say, like, we pay attention to people that are doing that, and we see how people are interacting with them and the feedback that they're getting. And a lot of times that's how we discover them as being really fantastic coaches. And then we're able to present them in the WBECS forum. So that would be the way.
So it sounds like there is a way, for example, from becoming the roundtable facilitator, yeah, it's possible to be noticed and to become the rising coaching star, and then to do some work, and it's possible to become the speaker. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think it's a very great opportunity. Yeah. So, and I also know that at the beginning of coronavirus, you opened the doors for 2019 for all coaches, even who were not buying this package for 2019. Is it correct or not?
We did. So back in March, we opened the doors to any coach who had been quarantined, or who had an event canceled on them where they were supposed to go and get ongoing education credits, but it was canceled, and needed a way to continue learning. And we opened the doors to WBECS 2019. And I think the last session is actually this Thursday of WBECS 2019. So now the opportunity is to join the free pre-summit.
And also there is a Facebook group. Remote community.
The remote coaching community. Yeah. Yep. That's another great one. And you can find it by just searching WBECS remote coaching community. But I know a lot of the sessions that we're doing in the remote coaching community will be kind of intertwined with the pre-summit now. So I would absolutely, like, first and foremost, go to the pre-summit, and then secondly, go to the remote coaching community.
My guess is that it would be possible to create their own community here in Ukraine, for example, in Ukrainian language, and to share the experience by attending the pre-summit, and to have conversation and to do it in our language. Is it? Do we need to get some permission from WBECS, or we can voluntarily do it under ICF Ukraine chapter umbrella, for example?
I think that's a fantastic idea. No permission needed. I think it's a wonderful idea. You should.
Okay. So yeah. I think, colleagues, we need to think about it and to be very creative. Because if you are attending pre-summit sessions and we can share and we can take lessons learned or wisdom nuggets or how it can be called. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, time is going fast. We have 15 minutes or about 18 minutes to the end of this hour. Yeah. Any other questions? Because as a moderator, I'm very active. I just recalled my journalism experience, so I like asking questions. Who else would like to add some questions?
May I ask a question?
Please, Alexander.
Kristen, you mentioned about a new feature of WBECS, like themed learning tracks. How it looks like?
Yeah, give me a second. So I'll share my screen again. All right. So after you submit your registration, so if I go here, okay, and I choose ICF, and I choose Executive Coach, and I go register now, then I'm going to be brought to a registration page. So this is where you get to choose your sessions. See that? So here are all the learning tracks. You have business development, you have coaching methodology. Yeah, see that? And so what I can do is I can just click on business development. It's going to refresh. So that's the business development session.
Thank you. Nice,
okay.
clear. Yeah.
Yeah, coaching methodologies. I can register for that. And then see this little submit button at the very bottom? I can just press that to submit all of my registrations. But essentially, yeah, you can just go through the tracks and you can select your sessions based on what you want to learn. And oh, and by the way, you're going to have to go through. And then you just hit submit. So after you're done going through the tracks, just hit submit.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
There is another question. Yeah, where do I find the coaching demonstrations? It's from Inka.
Yeah, so I think we have a special email going out about the coaching demonstrations, but also if you click through the speakers, hold on, share screen again. I know that if you click through the speakers, you can see, I believe, the types of session that they're going to have. Let me see this. Oh, that's in featured speakers. Let me go down here and see if I can find it. I know, for example, Marsha Reynolds is definitely doing a live coaching demonstration. Maybe not. I mean, no, I know she definitely is. You know what I think we're doing? I think we're actually sending an email that actually highlights the live coaching demonstrations that will happen. We have about, I think, 9 of them that are happening in the pre-summit. Ooh, you know what? I have a cheat sheet too. If you give me a second, I can probably find it. Mm-hmm. If anyone has a question in the interim while I'm finding my cheat sheet. My laptop's moving extremely slow right now. Painfully slow.
Maybe when you're looking for, there are some questions can come up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you guys have questions right now, please ask and I'll look. Live coaching demonstration. Okay, Jonathan rates. You know what I'll do is I will. Jonathan rates. I'll just paste their names in the chat box. We have Lori Shuk. We have Marcia Reynolds. And those are the ones that I can find right now. I know we have some more, but those are the ones I can find right now. So those are the names that you can search for. And I just put them all in the chat box for you. So Larysa, I'm okay letting people have their time back. If no one else has questions, then we can just call it a day, if that's all right with everyone else.
Yeah, let's check if there's no more questions. So there is the last 5-7 minutes to ask. If not, we can gather questions and to submit to you or your colleagues, because you're answering almost immediately. That's true. And
that's fine.
And especially thank you for answering quickly, because when I invited you, when I shared information with you that we would like to have this event here in Ukraine, so I was not surprised, but I was very glad that you answered quickly and we had a conversation, and we are having this event right now. We are partnering with WBECS for the first time, and other chapters are doing the same. Maybe we can do something together between chapters. Inka, what do you think? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think let's keep the conversation going. And I think for now, I really appreciate your partnership, and thank you so much, everyone, for coming in and learning what WBECS is. I hope you have a tremendous experience, and then we can absolutely talk about more opportunities moving forward.
Yeah. Thank you, Kristen, for sharing with us and for highlighting the major benefits for this summit. And we are celebrating 10th anniversary, and definitely there is a very solid possibility for us, for all coaches. And I have a question, invitation to my colleagues. Can you leave one word in English, in Russian, or in Ukrainian? I will translate into English, which is the best association of what we were having together here for 50 minutes. Inspiration. What else? Thank you so much. This is my word, opportunities, not just one. Okay. Any more associations, not other, but any more associations? Opportunity too, Svetlana Dzibenko, thank you. And same, inspiration, community. Yeah. New horizons. If it's possible to add one more, I would say new bridges. Okay. So, my congratulations again for celebrating International Coaching Week together and for sharing this experience with us, this information with us, and opening these new doors, new possibilities. Possibilities came. Thank you, David. And because we are partners, I hope we'll find more connections, what to do, how to do it, and definitely our mission is not just to bring coaching to Ukraine and to develop coaching in Ukraine together through creating new opportunities, through bringing new opportunities. And right after this event, I will be having short presentation at another online event where the other professional communities like change managers, project managers are coming together, and definitely I will share this experience and I will tell them about WBECS. And for my colleagues from ICF Ukraine chapter, by the end of this day in my time, not Ukrainian time, so you will get email with all details. Just you and all chapter members. It's 80 people. We are not small chapter anymore. So thank you very much, and thank you, Kristen, to join us and opening these possibilities for us. If you would like to say something at the end, how we can close this conversation, it will be great.
Sorry, are you addressing me?
Yeah, I'd like you to say a few words at the end.
I'm so sorry. I think you cut out for a second. That was awkward, huh? Well, again, just thank you so much for coming today, and thanks for learning about WBECS and how to increase the education that you have as a professional coach. Really appreciate that. We're all in it to raise the standards together, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Kristen. And please say hello to your colleagues. And congratulations with the 10th anniversary of WBECS. And again, a happy International Coaching Week, which is still going on.
Thank you. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.